Welcome back. This is Fast Money. Earnings season in full swing, and the retail industry isn't the only one reporting this week. We are also getting results from all the pot stocks. Check out Trulieve Cannabis, the company reporting a record quarter today. The stock is up nearly 130% just so far in 2020. Joining us now is the CEO of Trulieve, Kim Rivers. Kim, welcome back to the show. Please talk to us about what exactly is driving those record results from a big picture perspective. Is it because there is expansion specifically here in the U.S.?
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. Absolutely. We are on the cusp of a cannabis wave in this country. We saw this last election with every single state that had a cannabis ballot initiative on the ballot passing overwhelmingly, from the deep South state of Mississippi to, of course, our friends up north in New Jersey. And really, I think it's just becoming more and more evident as time passes that this is not a partisan issue. It's not a red or a blue issue. It is, in fact, a human one. So certainly, I think from a macro perspective, health and wellness alternatives, particularly in the year 2020, are becoming very, very important to American consumers. And then also, of course, we've got operators who now are reaching scale. So Trulieve is an example. We employ over 4,000 people. We have operations of 1.9 million square feet of cultivation. We deploy products across 71 stores across 6 states. So, the opportunity is becoming very real, and it is, in fact, here to stay.
Kim, I wonder, is there a specific geography that is hotter than others right now or that's growing faster? Are there specific products around the cannabis ecosystem that are doing better? Is it, say, CBD type creams? Is it straight up hemp products? What exactly is driving some of that growth?
It's interesting. We actually see growth across many markets in the U.S. Certainly, as I mentioned, we've got the Northeast corridor, which is turning on. New Jersey overwhelmingly adopting recreational use certainly is going to be a catalyst, we think, for that part of the country where many states already have robust medical programs. In our, starter state of Florida here, we have approximately 2% of the population that are medical cannabis patients, and that market is growing incredibly. It's incredibly hot right now in terms of the growth trajectory, with over 30,000 patients joining the program on a weekly basis. You've got, of course, out west, the Arizona market, which just adopted recreational as well. And then really in the central part of the country, which we haven't talked about yet, really in quite some time, with South Dakota passing both medical and recreational, which was a historical moment in that they passed both initiatives this past election. So it's happening everywhere, quite frankly. Of course, our friends out west have been part of the cannabis craze for quite some time, as we have some more mature markets in both California and in Colorado, Oregon, and Washington. But even those markets, we're seeing impressive growth rates on a sequential basis. So, and in terms of products, what I can say is that certainly CBD has its place. However, we are seeing, of course, the CBD market is fairly saturated, and a lot of that is regulatory in nature. There haven't been many restrictions, or they've been kind of caught in a bit of purgatory from a regulatory perspective with the federal government. Really, we're seeing high growth again in THC products. Ratio products, of course, are important for folks as well. We're starting to see some growth also in minor cannabinoid products. So, for example, we just released a product that's a CBN product, non-psychoactive, is derived from full THC, but assists with sleep. So, lots of research to be done still in the space. Lots of innovation happening in the space, and really incredible growth across a number of categories, and certainly across the country.
Hey, Kim, it's Tim. Thanks for joining us. These are great numbers, and you talk about that growth, and Trulieve is referred to as the gold standard in terms of profitability in the industry. And so help us understand just how sustainable this growth is. As someone that's been investing in the industry for a long time, I think we're only just getting to both the addressable market, et cetera. But talk about profitability and talk about the operational leverage in your business as one of the leaders. There's a handful of leaders that seem like they're moving ahead of the pack. And how far ahead of the pack are you? There's a few questions in there, but address those if you can.
Sure. Well, in terms of the overall opportunity, like I said, we're seeing really a sentiment change across the country, which is going to lead to changes from a regulatory perspective, which of course is a key driver as additional states open up. And then, of course, as those states continue to expand their programs. I mean, Pew Research poll in 2019, 91% of Americans are in favor of some form of cannabis. And so again, certainly we think that macro opportunity is certainly there. When you talk about Trulieve and our business, we have to be extremely financially disciplined in this industry. As you know, Tim, we are taxed under 280E, which is a significantly higher tax rate. It's approximately 50% tax rate. You know, to put it in perspective, year to date, Trulieve has paid approximately $71 million in taxes. In a normal business or in any other type of business, we would have paid approximately, or we would have saved approximately $40 million. Why that's important and why we have to watch every single dollar is the fact that our cost of capital is also significantly higher. As you know, we aren't able to fully uplist in the US. And so, and our rates in terms of what I'll call them cannabis rates are significantly more expensive. We don't have access to regular banking. So we are literally in this industry plowing ahead with 50% EBITDA margins and again, high level of growth and revenue production with one arm. Sometimes it feels like two arms tied behind our back. So you can just imagine the opportunity and the growth opportunity in the sector if we were just able to operate like a normal business and that if the handcuffs were taken off.
All right, Trulieve CEO Kim Rivers, thank you very much. We appreciate it. You'll have to come back soon. Tell us what's going on with that business and, of course, the margin story as well.
Would love to.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.